We are now talking to Kansas quarterback recruit Ben Easters. What's going on, Ben?
Hey, thank you guys for having me on.
Absolutely, man. I mean, I read a little bit about you, and it's a very interesting. There's some interesting things about you. We're going to get into in just 1 second. How are you and your family doing with this pandemic?
We've been doing pretty good. We really haven't restricted ourselves very much. Obviously we're wearing masks in public everywhere, but it was a good off season for me. A lot of people struggled with the quarantine, not being able to get with their teammates, but me and my receivers were able to get together all the time, and we got to throw a lot of routes, and we really improved this off season, I thought. So it was a good quarantine for me.
So tell us how and why you decided to go to Kansas. I mean, I'm sure there were a bunch of other teams recruiting you and looking at you. Kansas is a highly prestige school. I mean, for basketball, not really for football. They're getting better. We've seen the last couple of years their football team has gotten better and stronger. Why did you choose Kansas over the other schools that were interested in you?
People ask me a lot, and the big thing with Kansas is it's a really amazing family environment. Right when I stepped on campus, the very first time I went there in July, they accompanied me and my family. All the coaches came up, introduced themselves to me, my family, and obviously with Coach Miles, a prestigious coach. He wins everywhere he goes. It was just a really, really good family environment that as soon as I got there, I was like, man, this is where I want to be.
Yeah, you brought up Les Miles. That was the first thing I was going to ask you, because it was one of the more polarizing hires. We were waiting for him to get another job after he got fired from LSU, and he finally gets to go there. And again, like Errol was saying, Kansas is a huge basketball program, but for football, they've been kind of a Power Five, no offense, a Power Five laughingstock in a sense. So again, what was your first impressions of Les Miles when you met him, and what things you think he'll do to help change this program for sure?
Just the winning culture that Coach Miles brings. He's won everywhere that he's went. He knows how to win. He knows what it takes to win, and he's bringing in coaches that know how to win too. Coach Ben, the strength coach at Kansas, he was at LSU when Coach Miles was there. So just guys that he's bringing in that have winning experience. Coach Dearman, just guys who know how to win. He's bringing that winning culture to Kansas, which I think is going to really help us turn around.
We are talking to Kansas quarterback recruit Ben Easters. Now, Ben, Les Miles is a very good recruiter. I mean, look how many NFL players are in the NFL now, Odell Beckham being one of them, Jarvis Landry. They're both playing on the same team. He is drafted. He's a lot of the LSU players that he was coaching are in the NFL, defensively, offensively. When you look at the talent that he is recruiting right now, not just yourself, what really stands out to you in his recruiting class?
Honestly, our whole 2020-21 recruiting class is phenomenal. It's the best recruiting class in Kansas history. And he's just done a really good job of, not just staying in Kansas and Arkansas and Oklahoma, those states close by, but expanding out to Indiana. We have Texas commits, a Florida commit, So we're getting guys from all over the country to come and play for us. We have Andrew Simpson from California. We have guys from all over the country, come into Kansas to play, which I don't think that they had that in the past, recruiting guys from all over the country, because he's so well known and so well liked that he's able to bring guys from all over to one place. And that's what's going to make us really special.
Ben, I was reading a story that a lot of scouts think that you are the best pro style quarterback in this class. What do you think about that?
I would have to agree with them.
I like that beard, by the way. Love the beard.
I appreciate it.
I love the beard. But why do they say that? I mean, you're tall. You're 6'3", 195 pounds. You need to put a little bit more size on you, obviously. But they say that you have a fantastic arm and you can make every single pro style throw. So what makes you different than a lot of these other recruits?
I think one thing that I do really well, and you can watch it on my tape this year, is I'm able to stand in the pocket and deliver throws all over the place while I'm getting hit, while I'm getting pressured. If you watch, our nationally televised game against St. Xavier, I was getting rushed a lot, getting guys in my face, but I was still able to make throws while standing in the pocket, standing firm, and making high-level throws while getting pressure.
So the SEC identity with Les Miles when he was at LSU has always been defense and running, whereas you see in the Big 12, it's all about spread offenses, and there seems to be very little defense when it comes to their teams, their recruiting structure, stuff like that. Do you expect Les Miles to potentially bring some sort of balance? Even though you're a quarterback, I'm sure you want to throw the ball, obviously. Do you expect him to bring kind of a sort of a balanced approach because that's what he had at LSU, that was his strengths? Or do you think he'll do something completely different since it's the Big 12 and it's Kansas?
One of the things that Coach Miles has done really well and Coach Dearman is running the RPO offense. And, we get the run pass option every play, so we're always balanced because we always have the option to do whatever we want. So I think we'll stay pretty balanced moving forward. And the RPO is the play style of the future. And Coach Dearman is the king of RPOs. He's incredible, most incredible RPO coach I've ever met in my life.
As you guys know, we are talking to Kansas quarterback recruit Ben Easters. Now, Ben, what is it like playing quarterback? I mean, I wasn't a quarterback in high school. I played corner. I was a wide receiver. I mean, having the pressure on you. You're going to a college now is trying to become a top recruiting school where you can bring in a championship competitive team where Les Miles could be in a bowl game and you guys could be in a bowl game every single year. What really stands out to you as playing the quarterback position? I mean, I know the pressure, but some people can handle it, some people can't. What makes you play the position? I mean, because it is a difficult position, probably the hardest position in professional sports.
I just love being in a leadership role. I love having, my teammates look at me and being like, hey, like I'm the one who lifts them up from adversity when we're doing bad, when we're not completing passes, when we're turning the ball over. I like being the one to be looked at like, hey, let's go, guys. Like I love being in that leadership role where I can take guys with me to bring everyone to the next level.
So Errol mentioned this earlier with the Kansas basketball. They've had a great ring of success.
The Jayhawks.
Yeah, they're actually again, no offense, they're my least favorite basketball team because they're
one of my favorites.
They busted my first ever bracket I ever did,
and I like
Kansas. in the Kansas Memphis finals because I had Memphis winning it all that year. And I've actually supported. Okay, that's enough. So I've not liked them, but again, like we were saying with Miles, do you think this will help grow the support for football where one, it could even surpass the amount of support it gets for the basketball program, or even just make it closer than it has been because obviously they haven't been good lately?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're getting right there. If you look at, the statistics, like literally the Kansas is top 3 in most improved attendance to games. Kansas football is improving. People are wanting to come see us play. And I think that's only going to keep growing in the future when we keep getting better and better players, better and better recruiting classes. We start making bowl games, we start winning a lot of games. I think that the attendance is going to keep rising and people are going to start really buying into Kansas football.
So Ben, what do people expect of you in the locker room? Are you a comedian? Are you a trickster? Are you a funny guy? Are you a guy that likes to cause trouble? What type of person are you in the locker room?
If you ask my teammates, I'm more of an awkward, funny guy. I'm kind of tall and lanky, so
you like to dance like a clown, right?
Yes, a clown. I am not the best dancer, but I do like to dance in the locker room, and my teammates really get a kick out of that when I start dancing.
So give me a track that you like to dance to.
Oh man, I like the cha-cha slide.
Oh, you like the cha-cha slide. So you teach do you lead the cha-cha slide when everybody follows? Do they follow you, or?
I mean,
you're the leader.
Normally when we're listening to pregame music, the cha-cha slide isn't on the playlist, but I feel like if we were to listen to the cha-cha slide, I would definitely be at the front of the line.
Well, you're going to do me a favor. Your first college touchdown that you run in, I want you to have, set it up where you and your teammates do the cha-cha slide when you score. What do you think about that?
I can make that deal with you.
That would be funny. Don't worry. I'm going to have a deal with you later in the show. So before we get into the crazy questions that I'm going to be asking you. But as you guys know, we are talking to Kansas quarterback recruit Ben Easters. One more good question for me before I go into the crazy questions. When you look at defenses that from high school to college, what stands out to you now playing college football than high school football? Obviously the speed, but what stands out from some of these defensive players? Because you're going to see guys that are bigger, stronger, and the best in their states. So what really are you looking forward to dealing with when it comes to defenses?
I look forward, like with the RPO system that Coach Dearman runs, obviously every guy on the teams we're playing, especially in the Big 12, we're playing Oklahoma, Texas, Texas Tech, Kansas State. We're playing all those teams. All those kids on those teams were the best on their high school teams. So with the RPOs that we're going to run with Coach Dearman, I look forward to being able to manipulate players. I don't care if that guy runs a 4.3 40, if he flies down in the flats, I'm going to throw it over his head. You know what I'm saying? So I look forward to being able to manipulate those defenses with Coach Dearman, because regardless of how athletic the teams are that we play, I think that we're really going to be able to take advantage of them with the offense that we're putting in.
Which Big 12 opponent are you most looking forward to facing, and why?
I think definitely Oklahoma. Kansas State.
I hope you smash them. I hope you smash them. I can't stand Oklahoma. I hope you smash them. Lincoln Riley. That's all I'm going to say. But go ahead.
Kansas State's a close second because it's a big rivalry, and I'm looking forward to seeing what that rivalry is like, on the field and the game. But I'd have to say Oklahoma. They bring in the top 10 or the top talent each year, and they're the standard in the Big 12. So I want to play against the standard, and I want to become the standard. I want Kansas football. People are looking at Kansas football, not Oklahoma football. I want to be able to take it to them.
No, not Kansas. Ben Easter football. I mean,
Right.
when Easter comes around, you're going to be like, it's my time, man. It's my time.
My time.
It's Easter Day,
It's
baby.
Easter.
It's Easter Day, baby.
By the way, Benno, just a side note, because you brought up Kansas State, we actually interviewed their top quarterback recruit as well back in July, Jake Rubley. So you guys will probably be facing off a lot.
Oh, I'm excited for it.
Yeah, Jake is cool. Jake is a cool guy, and you'll probably get to know him when you play him, because you could probably, during the game or after the game, you'll probably have a conversation. Nice kid, really, really nice kid. Funny too, has a good personality.